Hi everybody, welcome to a Saturday drinking day, Monkey Island Madness. Um, I'm going to make a journal cover to hold my Rach challenge art when I get it done. The challenge information, Eileen can get you a link. If you're not familiar with Rach, and if you're watching this on YouTube, this is taped over at Ustream TV, and I am talking to a live audience. Rach Black has a YouTube channel, and it's Rach O113, I believe. If it's not Rach O113, it's Rach O13. But anyway, most people are familiar with Rach. She's an amazing artist, and she has started a Facebook group, and I think a year-long challenge she's going to give us a prompt every Saturday, and your art is to be 6 by 6 inches. And the first week's prompt was flowers. You can do flowers, anything you want. Mixed media, rubber stamps, drawing. I don't think there are any rules for the art that you produce. So the other day when I streamed, we used Magicals and some spray inks to create this background, and I stamped on it and then did some acrylic paint with bubble wrap. And I haven't finished it yet, obviously. This is the background for my flowers. So Eileen wanted me to come up with a binding system for it. And so I think I like to keep my art in page protectors, but the 6 by 6 makes it a little bit more difficult. And maybe I'm making this more difficult, because the truth of the matter is I could use an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet protector, put a piece of cardstock in there, and then just center my art on it, right? I mean, there's no law, and that says I don't have to go to this much trouble, but when it's all done, I'd like to go ahead and bind it and be done with it. So, I mean, if you want to do it quick and simple, this is what I would do. Put a piece of cardstock in a page protector, center my art in it, and maybe even affix it. There's my art. Eileen, there's your binding system. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bind mine 6 by 6. I already made a little 6 by 6 page protector that I'm going to use. But y'all do whatever you want, the way you want. That's that. But this is, I really think I'm going to do mine like this, because I like square journals. So today I'm going to go ahead and make the cover for my journal. Using sprays and Magicals again. And if you're familiar with the Magicals from Lindy's Stamp Gang, I like the flats because I'm not a shimmery person. But they come in these little containers, and I've shown them a million times, where you unscrew the lid and then your little powders are just in there. I need to reorder this one. Anyway, and then they've come out here in the last year or two with what they call them shakers, where they use little bottles with holes in the top to shake them out. I think that makes a whole hell of a lot more sense, frankly. And I'm going to use these little containers that I got from the Wish app. I got 50 for like $1, $3, something like that. I'm just going to melt holes in the top with a hot needle and put them in there. And I think, that's one thing I was going to look. And they're going to be a whole lot easier to store, because these, you don't get that much powder. You don't need a container that big for the powders that you get. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I could go ahead and just keep them in these tubes. I might do that, because then I've still got all the information. But someday I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I don't know when. excuse me, I still got the lingering effects of that crazy cold. So today I'm just going to use sprays. The other day I had fun with the sprays and the Magicals, so that's what I'm going to do again. And boy, is that camera crooked. Let me straighten it, because that bugs me. You guys don't probably notice the difference, but I sure do. Alright, there, that's about the whole sheet. So, I'll get my sprays down. And you know what? The other day I said I didn't have any Lindy sprays, and I'm a big fat liar. I have Lindy sprays. I just haven't set them up with their water yet. But they're all shimmery, I think. So I don't want to use the shimmer. But I'm going to use the Dylusions sprays because they're so vibrant and pretty. But actually, I didn't mind the Tumble Dry, Eileen. Eileen said the Tumble Dry were crappy, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't mind them a bit. Alright. And I have what, like 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 8 colors of the Dylusions. That's plenty. And I'll leave these here. So, I'm a big fat liar. I am a big fat liar. I like the sprays with the Magicals, Eileen. Well, I'd have to set them up. I haven't set up any of the Lindy's except one. I think I set up one of the dark blues. But I don't want to use dark blue. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did set them up. But they're shimmery. I don't want shimmery. I don't want shimmery on my cover. But yeah, I did set up the flat Fabio, I think. Yeah, the flat Fabio. The navy blue one that CB sent me, I did set that one up. But if I need pink, I'll use the Tumble Dye. So what color, let's see, you guys know me, I like blue, purple, and green. Of these colors, those are my favorites. So, this one is really dark. And it's purple, kind of a purpley blue. And then there's purple, let's see. I think I'll use the Vibrant Turquoise. I'm going to make a background that looks like much like this. Green, blue, and orange. No, because that's what this is. That smack was Eileen on the head. I'm going to use the turquoise, the sunshine, and that one's too dark, the London blue. So that's what we're going to do. And I need to go get some paper towel. Hopefully I'll get pretty paper towels to use again. Oh geez, I'm almost out. Alright. I don't want to go out to the pantry and get more, so. Alright, I got my spray bottle. Let me pick out the Lindy or the Magicals I'm going to put on top. Get out your spray box. Thank you, Eileen. Good idea. Let's see what colors I need to get out. I'm going to get out the darker blue, I think. Some of these I'm really going to have to reorder already, and I don't mind. I said I wasn't going to, but I think I lied again. I think I am going to. I have too much fun playing with them. I really do. And the Mad Hatter green. And what other accent color do I want with it? Thinking, get my kitchen roll. Yeah, really. My kitchen roll is empty. I wish they'd make some more of these. I would buy them. For sure. I don't know what color I want to put on top of this. You know what? Maybe pink would be fun. Yeah, I think I'll do that raspberry color. What were the containers called on Wish? I think I typed in small containers with lids and then just waded my way through them. We don't want to listen to you bitching about the rest. Get over your bad self. All right. Get out the spray box. I'm so glad Eileen thought of that because I would have had sprays from top to bottom. Oh, that white the other day was everywhere. Alright. And I'm going to make 2 at a time because I want the same for the front and the back. And the paper isn't big enough to get 2 out of, so I'm going to have to make 2 the exact, or as close to the same as I can, right? Yeah, and DeMonte, if you have trouble finding them, send me a message on Twitter and I will get a link for you. But I think that's how I found them, is I just searched small containers with lids. I think. And I didn't leave myself much room here to work. Surprise, surprise. Something new and unusual. All right. This paper got a little wonky. I'm going to go ahead and tape it down. Because, yeah, this table got crazy the other day, or this paper in here. So we'll just tape it down. If you don't have a spray box, get one, because boy, do they help with cleanup. Can I tweet the link to this stream on Facebook group if anyone wants to make the book? Sure, I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. What they're going to watch is magicals, though. Excuse me. All right, I always start with the lightest color first. I don't know why. It's just the way I do it. I thought I had 2 pieces of paper. Oh, I do. All right. And these sprays work pretty good right now because I just used them the other day. If you haven't used them for a while, they might come out as a stream. Oh my gosh, that's dark. I might have to spray some white on there. And then I'm just spraying some water maybe to get it to run a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. But I'm going to do some magicals on top of it too, so adding yellow back in a few areas. I want it a little bit lighter. Alright, that's one side. I'm just going to set it aside and do the other one, and then I'll get the magicals out and start dinking with that. Nope. She didn't tell me what to use. I did this all by my own self. Believe it or not, I somehow dump through life without Eileen telling me every move to make. It's rare, and it's not always good, but I do. Where that turquoise went over the yellow, it's real green, real pretty green. Alright, spray it with water real quick. Let it mellow out. It looks polka dot, doesn't it? But it won't, I don't think, when the magicals get on it. If it does, oh well. What are you going to do? That one's much darker than the first one. Alright. Let me see. if I want to add some white to this. If I'm going to add white, now's the time to do it. I really like that white spray, even though it went everywhere. I like the green it's making too. It's real pretty. It's kind of a dark. I'm going to just maybe add some white. For the splatters. And the white didn't go everywhere this time. Well, that time it did. Alright, there we go. We've got some backgrounds to jack with. I'm not going to dry them in between because I'm going to turn around and get them wet anyway. And I think they're virtually permanent at this point anyway. The dilutions are. Other sprays are not. So don't assume because the dilutions are permanent that your sprays are going to be permanent. So, alright, I got my paintbrush out. I got my green. Alright, we're going to start with the pink. If this comes out ugly, then I'm going to blame Eileen anyway. So, and this has a lot of white in it. The raspberry lemonade out of the Under the Boardwalk set. It has a lot of white in it. You can see in that, which makes it really hard to dissolve. So, I wish these were already in their shakers. But they're not, so get over it. I'm just getting some of the great big chunks out because, yeah, those are a pain. Now it's very fine. Alright, here we go. I'm going to spray water first. Move the lid so it doesn't get all wet. Ooh, that white's running. That's cool. I want some of the pink on the yellow. This paper is absorbing this water as fast as I can put it down. So hopefully the pink with the blue is going to make us a pretty purple. Look at that, CB. I didn't get all carried away. I just used a little. Oh, you can see that white just running like crazy. I hope this works as good as it did the other day. That was so much fun. It was so pretty. Alright, I'll do a little bit of the green next. It's a subconscious thing. You don't want to see her griping and moaning, so you go ahead and do what she wants. Alright, this one is, let me see, it's the Mad Hatter Mint Green, and it does have some shimmer in it, so I'm going to end up with a little bit of shimmer whether I wanted it or not. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't think I sprayed some of it, well, I don't know if I did or if I didn't, but we'll spray it all again really good. That in there is awesome looking. See, I would like the shakers so I could just get a little bit of color here and there where I want it. I think the rat's going to have to take me out for dinner tonight. I'm thinking. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. See, I like when it's just a little bit, like over in here. I think that's really pretty rather than a big blob like it gets sometimes when you're using right out of the pot. I'm eager to get my shakers done. I might sit and do that tonight. And this is the blue out of the Mad Hatter. It's called Tweedledee Denim. And really, you can be very judicious with this. A little bit goes a long, long, long way. This is very colorful. I have to say, I like it. I hope I didn't get carried away. That's about a full pot, you guys. That's how much you get in a full pot. So you get a fair amount. I've used this a lot. I mean, I feel like I have definitely gotten my money's worth for all the hours of fun Eileen has had bossing me around. Really, it's been awesome. Now, I wonder, I'm just going to do this for the hell of it. If I wreck it, who cares? I mean, right? I want some of the darker turquoise back, so I'm going to go ahead and spray again. Come on. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. This is really pretty. Barb did portraits of Eileen and Janet. Get out of town, Dorothy. Paying for dinner with his wet money. Yeah, he will be, Carrie Ann. Hi, Dorothy, by the way. Is your VIP class already over? Yeah, this is pretty. It's colorful. It's pretty. I'm going to go ahead and dry this a little bit real quick. All right, I need to get some of the blue off. So, yeah, the blue is really pretty. Really, really pretty. Drink more, art less. Yeah, the dilutions in the water when it's wet, that works out pretty good. It works out better than I thought. I'm going to keep adding some of this turquoise because I want that to be more the primary color of the whole journal. And as it's wicking in, it's getting lighter, so I'm going to put it back. It's over and it was fun. Cool. Yeah, it really, now it's dark, but can you see, oh, let me pull the camera down right here so you guys can see where that Mad Hatter green is with the turquoise around it. You guys, that is so pretty. And over here, it is so pretty. If I had it to do over again, I probably would not add the pink, in all honesty, but and it looks like I've obliterated the yellow, but I can always go back and add that later. So I'm gonna dry it real quick. Picking up some of the puddles is all. Probably not going to change anything in the end. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't set this aside and let it dry. Move my phone. I forgot that again. Duh. I might add some white dilution spray back in that after it's dry a little bit because I really like that. I think of all the Dylusion sprays, that turquoise may be my absolute favorite. Look at, I'm going to have another really pretty paper towel to use. And I know Eileen's going smack and pat. Okay. Alright, so on the other one, before I even started, I sprayed it with the white. It's on like 100-pound cardstock. It's like the cheapest cardstock ever. Well, you can probably get it at Walmart. Okay, I'm going to tone that down a little bit with the white. Then I got white all over everything again because I didn't use the box. But Eileen, you can yell at me if you want. If you want, you can. I'll spray this. Get it really saturated as I can. Dry the brush that should have been staying dry. Oh God, I really am just not on my game. Because I added pink to that last one, I'm going to go ahead and add pink to this one. But if I was to do it again, I probably would leave this pink off. I'm using it very judiciously this time for sure. Alright, we'll spray that and then go from there. Hi Monique, I didn't see you come in. Sorry if I didn't see you guys come in. Look at that, CB, I didn't get all carried away and cuckoo. Okay, I'll do the green next. Hi Minky. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Eileen. It does. But this paper is just absolutely absorbing everything I put on it. And I don't know what the back is going to look like. Hopefully this is absorbing through the back. So that I have, you know, two-sided paper here. Thank you, CB. CB, you and I need to set up and do a hangout this week, too. Hopefully this week's is going to be a whole lot better than last week. I'll be at home more, and yeah, I'll have time to do the things that I really need to be doing. I didn't hardly get any of the green magicals on there, so I'm going to put more on. I'm learning. I'm not a hopeless case yet, Eileen. I still want some strong color here and there. Okay. I think what really made a lot of difference the last time, though, was when I sprayed it with the Dylusions at the end. But I do like this little tiny bit of shimmer, not a whole lot. I don't want the whole thing shimmery. But yeah, that yellow went almost completely away, so I'm going to give it another spray. And then I'm going to spray with the turquoise after I get the dark blue on. Be careful, be careful. All right. Hi, Jean. I am recording, Bren. Now, well, actually, ooh, I just dropped that. I did not mean to do that. Must have been meant to be, I guess. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. Crapola. I have been having a little bit of trouble getting my videos to go up on YouTube. I don't know what the deal is. This is a brand new thing that is going on. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. I did learn, though, that if I set it up at night before I go to bed, and just leave it while nothing else is going on in the house, I have better luck. You have been told to do the magicals again. What? CB's crying now. Why is CB crying? Yeah, look at this. This paper is just absorbing everything that's anywhere near it. So, and it's the exact same paper as that first one. So I'm going to spray some of the turquoise back on it. I'm getting some of that blue up because it's like cuckoo crazy. Why was CB crying? You were crying? Why are you crying, Dorothy? If you lived my life today, you would seriously be crying. That's all I gotta say. Wham, 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 wham. Alright, this is looking better now. I can't remember if I sprayed it. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to use the... Oh, these pumps are so hard. There. That's pretty. This one's lighter than the other one. I have to say, it really is. And I thought I did everything pretty much a direct repeat of the one before. Alright, gonna give it a little heat gun while I drink my fuzzy navel. Those things are really good. Alright, one thing I am noticing is that the other one has some white splatters, so I'm going to splatter right now. I'm not going to spray, I'm just going to splatter. That's good. I like that. You don't drink from a fuzzy navel. That white will probably, for the most part, go away, I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm going to send Robert to get some more fuzzy navels. CB, when I end up really crappy drunk here in a little while, I'm going to call you on the phone. You like these colors? They are pretty. It really is pretty. CB said, okay. Yeah, that's all you need, CB. This is pretty. I will say that. I do like it. I can't really pick out any cool spots to show you on this one like the other one. There are some cool spots, though. And I honestly think when I get the magicals in the shakers and I have a little bit more control over where they go and you don't end up with spots here and there, I think I'll be happier. Alright, I think I'll set this one aside. There's no puddles left on this one, so I'm going to set it aside and pull the other one back over and let you see what it did. Okay, it did go through the paper. I'll show you what the back looks like after I get it cleaned up a little bit. And the other day I said I wasn't going to order any more Delusions inks either, but this is so much fun I might. Alright, I can set this down now. Yes, start drinking now, CB. Anyway, here's what the back looks like. So if I do use this as a journal cover, I won't have to do anything on this side. I mean, I could if I wanted, obviously. I could splatter it or do whatever, but this could be okay for the inside cover too. But can you see that shimmer? I am not a fan of that. I'm just not. So to get rid of that, I will probably paint this with matte medium. Okay, so you guys pretty much see the whole page now. Eileen, what do you want me to do? Is it okay the way it is, or do I need to add more to it? I think when I come up with a fun design, I probably will cut a hole out of the front cover. Oh my gosh. Well, if I do that, then I'd have to cover. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to rethink that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm waiting for Eileen to respond to me so she can't yell at me and say, I tell you what to do and you never listen. Because that's the truth. Okay. It is pretty, I will say that. This looks good to you? Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and dry it then. Okay. I really like splatters. Jean, turn away. I'm going to take some of this dark blue Delusions. It's kind of a blue-purple. It's called After Midnight, and I'm going to do a few little sprinkles on this to even out that navy blue. I think that's the only thing I'm not real crazy about, so, and I might add a few little white ones. And this is still damp, so when I put the sprinkles on, they spread out a little bit into the wet paper. And I'm going to add some white ones like I did to that other one. There, that's better. Okay. Yep, I like that. Yep, Jean splatters. Poor Jean. We never cut the girl any slack at all. I think the rat's coming in if you guys want to tease him about falling in the lake. No, you're not supposed to start doing any stuff at all. Okay, here's the rat. I told him about your swimming incident, Robert Vaughn.
Did they all laugh?
No, I was laughing and they were all going, "Oh, poor Robert," and I was just like, "Hello, you gotta be laughing."
Uh-oh, did my phone die?
I took it apart and dried it. I took it upstairs and did the hairdryer on it and then put it in there with the silica from your hearing aids.
Oh, yeah?
To draw out the moisture, because I read on the internet rice isn't that great. So the one thing you need to do, honey, that I didn't do because I'm just not very thoughtful and kind, go get your billfold and get out.
Already did.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's all wet inside. I gave him laundered money.
Did you? That's
Yeah.
okay. You paid him cash.
Yeah, that about took my cash away from me.
You don't have any more hidden upstairs, do you?
Oh, yeah.
I know the boy. You know, the one thing that scares me is your PICC line.
Yeah, we got to do it.
I know. And I'm wondering if I can... Huh?
They had those caps on there. They should be all right.
No, but I mean the Band-Aid itself. I'm wondering if I shouldn't clean it and do a new dressing. Why don't you look at it? Huh?
It looks clean. It's dry.
Oh, it is dry? Okay. Well, wet is wet, Robert. It doesn't matter. When you're wet...
I mean, it didn't have time to soak through everything.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised this billfold's wet inside.
Robert, like when you're wet, you might as well stay in the water for an hour because you can't get any wetter. Wet is wet. Sorry, I had to take time out. I laid out to talk to the rat. Okay, DeMonte wants to know, how is your dip? How well do rats swim? Hello, Robert. Dumb move. Robert is a merman. Robert, Janet was telling us how funny it was that you almost got killed by a tree. That's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Hi, drowning rat. You don't want her falling on top of you. I would have jumped in the lake. Are they done? Did you guys get all the wood hauled off?
Uh-huh.
Are you going to rent a stump grinder? A stump grinder? Okay. No, but I mean for the stump that's left.
Oh, I have to make the stump grinder doing that. I got the wild idea and I forgot it. I got myself. Take the chainsaw, just cut a circle in the center of that stump.
Yeah.
And start feeding it charcoal.
Oh, okay.
Build a charcoal fire in it because the charcoal really gets hot.
Yeah, it'll wick it out.
Burn down in there a little bit, but it's a green stump.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out.
We'll do it.
I know. Yeah, that's what I didn't know. But if you're gonna do that, I was gonna say hire Red to come back and run that stump grinder. I don't want you doing it. Okay. Okay. Well, we can figure it out later. No big deal. So they're done teasing you, Robert. Do you have anything you want to say back? The thing is, this is not very heavyweight cardstock. And even though it went through to the back, and I was thinking I wouldn't have to decorate the inside cover, it's really not very heavyweight. So I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to fix it to some cardboard anyway. He is a big sport. He really is. But I'll tell you the truth. If the tables had been turned and I would have been the one ended up in the lake, he would have laughed too. You would laugh your ass off. I know you would. But look, Robert, they had me so nervous that I started drinking.
Oh no.
You what?
Was that phone wet down?
There was a
inside?
couple drops all inside, and I took the battery out and dried it real good and took them both up and blew them. I don't know if that's the worst thing. You know, nobody got hurt. If we have to go get your new phone tonight, we'll go get your new phone. Who cares? Yeah, me too. I was kind of wanting this to dry thoroughly so I could go ahead and cut it and affix it to the cardboard. Ann said Janet blames us when she was lushing it up before she even turned the camera on. These guys have been here since 10:30 this morning. All right, I'm going to put these two side by side and see if they even match. Well, the colors change as it dries, really. But yeah, that'll be an okay front and back cover. I am going to spray this one again, though, with the turquoise. I don't know why that turquoise spray went away. But I'm going to spray it again. Because I want the turquoise. I like it a little bit darker. But it's almost like the color just gets totally absorbed and goes away. Yeah, see, it looks like it's going right through to the back. This one's way more turquoise than this. I don't know. I don't know. Exact same product, exact same paper, everything. I'm putting some of the yellow back in too. Gene, I got on the internet and read. I did take the SIM card out. I took the battery out. And I got on the internet and read, and they said rice was, they did a bunch of tests, right? They said rice performed the worst. Use oatmeal or kitty litter or silica gel. And I had the silica gel, so I used that. The magical, depends on the color of the magicals, Eileen, is what I've learned from experience. See how this pink has bled through, and on this one you can really see how the pink bled through. Not a lot, just a little bit, but you know it's there. And then the dark blue a little bit. But the green with the shimmer in it, it did not bleed through at all. None. And on this one, just the red and the blue a little bit. But yeah, the magicals don't necessarily bleed through. But and this one, I mean, I don't know why. Look at the difference in the two, how different they are. And honestly, the paper came out of the same packets. Everything was the same. That's what's weird. Everything was the same. But they behave so different. And I don't think one side or the other of the paper, I mean, I'm not sure if I use the bottom versus the top, but I wouldn't think that would make any difference. I don't know what the difference is. I really do not. Why one stayed so vibrant and the other one didn't. I don't know. I'm going to use it anyway, though, so it's all good. I'm going to dry it a little bit, and then I'm going to add the colors back, see if I can get it more vibrant again. I know, I mean, it's crazy because same products, I think I even did them in the same order. I don't know. I don't get it. Hi, Judy. Let me get my name. Hey. And see, this one, the back side of this one has more color than this side. That I don't get it. I don't know. Had to be that maybe there's not a moisture in the paper. Is how I can think. I don't like this one as well as I like the other one. So this one will definitely be the front cover. I don't know. It's just weird. If anybody wants to go get me another fuzzy navel, I would be appreciative. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add some of the dark splatters back. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to start over, but yeah, it's just weird. I have no good explanation. And this is absorbing in, well, maybe it is the dryness of the paper. I don't know. Don't get it. Yeah. I wonder if I should get out the iron and iron it, because I know from experience as these things dry, because the paper has been wet unevenly, I believe, they get kind of distorted. So I have to end up ironing them to get them flat again anyway. Alright, I'm going to set that aside. And they're close enough in color that they can work for a cover back and front. No, they were in the same package of paper. I mean, like sheets that were right next to each other, Eileen. They could not have been in different runs. The only thing that could be is I used the top of one and the underside of the other, but that should not make any difference at all, because even when you're running them through the press, unless it's a cotton fiber paper or something like that, it doesn't matter which side you run. They go through the same press. The same process being made, so I don't know. I really don't know. So, should I make some more? Should I? Huh? Jennifer Crackalacken just showed up. Alright, I'll get out some more paper. It's just so weird. I'm going to use a different kind this time. I'll use a heavier weight. And I'll again make two exactly the same. So I have a journal cover to give away if I want, right? Got a mixture. Okay, these two I'm going to make sure that I use the same side of the paper. All right, it was in the package like this. I pulled 2 sheets out, top, bottom. I will not move this other sheet. All right, let's pick some colors. Not pissy pink. I agree with Eileen. Not pissy pink. Have I tried Magicals on the Tomoe River paper? Oh, Bren, I have not. But we can do that. We will get some out right now. Before I even start, I'll go get it. I use the ones Eileen sent me. That actually is a great idea because the Tomoe River paper, if you're not familiar with it, is a very, very lightweight paper, but it has the property that fountain pen ink and that sort of thing do not go through it, which makes it great for journals and everything. There's just something so nice about this paper, and I don't even know what it is. It's so nice to write on, draw on, anything like that. I don't know what they put in the paper. Don't know if it's archival quality. Don't know anything like that. So, Sassy needs a journal cover. Sassy. Oh, Sassy Pants. I know, Jean. You're on the list. I've got like 4 people on the list. I know. I have so much to do and so little time. Did anybody holler out a color, or can I just go with it? We could use the tumble dries, the purple. Yeah, let's do that. They're not going to be as vibrant, but they're kind of fun to work with. Let's do purple, blue. I just saw it, Jean. So, yeah, you're definitely on the list. Now, this is the tumble dry. Eileen doesn't like them, and this is really not wanting. I don't like when it does a stream like that. That means you need to clean your nozzle, man. Clean your nozzle. What'd I do with the other one? Oh, crap. That went across the room. This one's going to do the same thing, it looks like. That's okay. This one I might just use the 2 colors because it's kind of pretty just like this. And these are tumble dry. These are fabric dyes, so they are definitely permanent when dry, undoubtedly. But they're just not going to be quite as vibrant as the... Holy crap, what are you doing? It's spraying everywhere. And where's my box? Duh. Alright, what looks good with this? Green, and I don't have a tumble dye green, so we will go ahead and use the Dylusions green. This is the lemon lime. See, I told you they were crap. This is the fresh lime. I'm going to do it down here. And oh, yeah, this is going to be pretty. If it doesn't get too carried away. Because remember, on top of this, I'm going to do some magicals. So this is just kind of the background. A lot of it's going to go away. And where the green went over the purple, it made a really pretty brown, which I like. I'm going to add some more of the blue back. See how it's spraying all crazily? Alright, I should have gotten the magicals out before I did this, but oh well, I didn't. So let's see what colors we want to add to this. I would like that ocean Caribbean blue. We're going to use Caribbean blue. The ocean breeze blue would be good too, but I think we're going to use the Caribbean. And I wish they had a good green. That's the thing that drives me crazy. I want a good green. We'll go ahead and use the Luscious Lime, even though I'm not a huge fan. And then the Teapot Purple. All right, we're going to use the same color scheme on top of this. And these colors now should not move. So I can go ahead and just saturate this paper. I'll do the Luscious Lime first. Look at, I'm going to have to order more. I don't have enough to even put in my cool shaker bottles, my dollar shaker bottles. I have to spend $100 to put stuff in my shaker bottles. This paper is really, really absorbing the colors as well. Come on, crazy thing. It's almost like I can't get it on the brush, and when I do, it's too much. Maybe I need to do like Dee Dee and use chopsticks. All right. I could fix those bottles, you guys, by cleaning the nozzles. See how the colors, the sprays just kind of start disappearing into the background? You'll still see them. Just not so much. The one thing about doing sheets like this is I always forget to get up to the edges, and then on the edges I end up with white spaces and stuff that I don't really care for. But by then I've cleaned up the whole mess, and I'm not going to get it back out again. But for these, I'm going to end up with, well, if I make 2 of the 6x6, I'll cut out the parts I like and then use the leftover for ATCs or something. I won't throw it away for sure. Oh, I should have had the rat go get me some paper towels, huh? You use chopsticks to get your wool dyes out of the jar. Good. Yeah, Dee Dee, I don't know. The first time she used her magical, she just grabbed a chopstick and used them to dip them out of the jar, and it was just like, how much chopstick do you use? How many magicals on your chopstick? Okay. Now I'm going to add, it's still pretty damp. Places it's puddled, which I could make this stuff run now if I wanted, just by picking it up. Not much, but a little bit. Now I'm going to add the purple. Oh, I thought he went downstairs. He's out chasing around on his four-wheeler. Alright, and apparently this Mad Hatter Purple, or whatever the hell it's called, has some bluish kind of shimmer in it as well. Yeah, it's crazy color. Crazy color. It's got blue and red, and it's got everything in it. It's very pretty, though. The chopsticks have ridges, and they hold the powders. Okay. Well, there you go. That makes sense. See what I don't know about chopsticks? Duh. Chopsticks challenged. Gonna have to get some more water. See those purples? OMG. What other choice of purples? Yeah, the other purple that they give you a choice of does not have, it has too much white in it. Alright, yeah, that's the lime green. Yeah, the tumbles just kind of sink into the background, but you can still see them though, and so that's part of the reason I like the using the sprays in the background, is because then the magicals sitting on top of them really pop out, but you've still got nice color underneath. So that's one of the things I like about using the sprays with the magicals. You know, do a kind of a background of color first. I don't want to move this too terrible much. Hey, Stinky Boys of America.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you go get me a roll of paper towels?
Sure.
Thank you. Well, Bren, maybe if you got the shakers, you could. You figured out how to get some of them to do a kiss with another paper? You want me to do that? I could do that with one of the sheets of Tomoe River paper. Set it on top. Here we go. What the heck? Got nothing to lose, you know? Oh, it muted everything a little bit. No, that didn't work good at all. Well, that's going to be the thing. I think what we're going to find with the Tomoe River paper is because it is not absorbent, it may have a hard time absorbing the dyes. But we're going to see, because I am going to try them. But yeah, it didn't change it too much. Kind of made it run in rivers, I would think. A little bit. Yeah, it didn't change it too much doing that. I just need a few sheets yanked off.
Hope you did want them unwrapped.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You used water. Yeah, see, watercolor paper is going to be good because it's so absorbent. I think what happens is the papers get real muted because the paper is designed to be so absorbent. That's the one thing I think. But yeah, watercolors with the magicals are good. But for what I like to do with the papers after I've dyed them, I like the smooth finish of the cardstock. So that's one of the things. This actually is gorgeous right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and suck up the puddles so they quit running. Okay, that bee's cool. Okay, now you'll be able to see when I show you the back. See how the tumble dries didn't go through? That yellow that you're seeing is actually the Dylusions lime peel that I sprayed on. And then the other colors, I think, are the remnants of the Magicals that ran, the blue. But otherwise, no, the tumble dries didn't go through at all. Which I could care less if they do or if they don't, honestly. Start with the mixed media paper. That would be good too. I think it's fairly absorbent too, Dan. No, this turned out really pretty. But you can still see the dyes in the background. So that's way cool. I like it. Now we're going to do it again, and I have not moved that other sheet of paper. I'm going to do the exact same thing where I just spray it with the... Oh, before I start doing this, I'm going to go get some water. What Bren was wondering. On the... are you talking about the... Tomoe River paper? Here's the Tomoe River paper. I think let's go ahead and just play with this since it's already kind of wet and I'm going to have to wet it anyway. Let's just go ahead and put some colors on it and see. I'm going to use the purple tumble dry again because it's already got the purple on it. So come on, don't be so hard to pump. There we go. All right. It kind of like disperses the moisture just like, I don't know, it's kind of strange actually. For real. And what other color did I add with that? Oh, it was the lime peel. Was it? Yeah, I think it was the lime peel Dylusions. So, okay, these are the exact same colors that I was using before. Let's just do experiment. It's definitely not absorbing the water quickly like the cardstock is. So, like, I can put the Magicals right in there and may or may not even have to add any moisture. I have to say that where it's kind of trying to all meld together, that is really cool looking like that. Can you see that? I'll pull you down really close. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? I'd like a whole sheet of paper like that. I'm going to try and get it to lay a little bit flatter too, so I don't end up with the hills and valleys, because the hills will have no color at all. Okay. What was the other color? I used the Teapot Purple. I do remember that. But yeah, this is not absorbing the water, you guys. The water is sitting right on top of the paper. So whatever they add to this paper to make fountain pen ink not go through is also preventing the water from soaking into it almost in any fashion. I mean, okay, so I did that, and I want some more of the Caribbean blue, I think. Yeah, it's behaving so much different. I don't even know what to say about it other than, like, the color is not absorbing at all. And I don't know when I try and heat set it if it will suck up any of the water either. It is different, I have to say. So one thing I think I'd say we learned from this, Bren, is that the absorbency of the paper that you use definitely affects the behavior of the products. The sprays and the magicals both. I mean, like, I want to get that mountain out of there before I start spraying again. Alright, I'm going to give it a quick spritz, some of the magicals that are on there. Now this might be a cool thing to take I was going to go get more water. Hello? Somebody needs to be here babysitting me. This might be right now, because this is just sitting there. That is all liquid, you guys. The paper has not absorbed any of that. This might be a good thing now to go ahead and use an absorbent paper. Let's see if I have one around here. If I have some of that 68-pound Bristol, because it's really absorbent and cool. I like it a lot. But I would get, I think, that exact... Oh, here's some good watercolor paper. Okay, this will be good. It's a lightweight watercolor paper. Now, Tomoe River paper is too expensive to be doing this, too much of this with. But I'm going to try and suck up off of this right now. And hopefully this is absorbent enough paper that it won't just smush it all out. That's my biggest fear. Hi, CBC. Yep. Nope. It did kind of what I was afraid of. Doggone it. Oh, well. Live and learn, hey? I'll still have the fun paper towel to play with. Yeah, see, I think too much moisture sits on there, and so when you put it down on top, all the moisture just spread right out. But see how the Tomoe River paper absorbed none of that color. None. But this piece of paper absorbed more of it. And you can see where I still had powders left. Just weird. Yeah. But the absorbency of the paper definitely affects how these products work. So I like, frankly, just cardstock. I mean, sometimes I don't want the paper to be that absorbent. I want it to absorb, but I don't want it to be so absorbent that things don't move after you put them on, you know? So, but yeah, the Tomoe River paper, I would say it's not a good candidate for this. Look, see how none of that went through? None. And just because we know that the dilution sprays go through pretty much anything, I think, I'm going to go ahead and use a real dark color. I'll use this crushed grape. Excuse me. And see if it'll go ahead and go through. Now keep in mind, this paper has been sopped, so if it was going to go through, this is when it would go through. Oh, and I'll get that other piece of paper back, and I'll go ahead, oops. We'll maybe make something that's usable if I go ahead and kiss this now. Oh, now that's getting kind of pretty. I like that idea, Bren. Let's see what it did on the back of the Tomoe River paper. Yep, see, even the dilutions didn't go through it. That is some strong-ass paper right there, man. Yeah, that is some strong paper. When the dilutions won't go through, That's what I'm talking about. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and try and make something more usable. So we're going to use a little bit of the Vibrant Turquoise, which I love, is my fave, I think. But I don't want to obliterate all the Magicals, but we'll see. I don't like that down there for sure. All right, now we'll suck that up with the paper. Oh, now that's getting interesting. Oh, this one's really rich and pretty. It is beautiful now. It is awesomely beautiful, I have to say. This was not what I expected at all. Now, because I want the green back, I'm going to go ahead and put some of the little bit of green in. I wish somebody would figure out how to make a really, really beautiful green. Really beautiful green. But that's okay. All right. Smush it back on there. Ah, that was not what I intended. See how this has become so light now. I'm going to go ahead and dry it like this and see how much of that color stays. But yeah, that's, I mean, I think that absorbed under the paper. It's not going through at all. This on the edge, that's where it went, under the edge. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to dry this a little bit and see. Yeah, I'm liking. Hi, Kathy, by the way. And again, if you just come in, this little half sheet that we're doing right now, this is Tomoe River paper. We were just doing experiments on it. And it's no wonder fountain pen won't go through it. If Dylusion sprays won't go through it, fountain pen definitely isn't going to. It is nice and easy to dry though. Yeah, it does dry very nicely and quickly. Yeah, that's, I mean, if I was writing in fountain pen and that's the amount of ink I could see through it, I would call that a shadow, not a bleed. Yep. So that was a good experiment. I'm going to have to think about, because the kissing it off worked unbelievably well. So I'd hate to waste the paper that way, because it's not cheap paper, you guys. It's really not. But if you wanted a particular effect and you could get it using the Tomoe River paper that way, you know, wasting a sheet or two may not be that big a deal. But it's not cheap paper, so, you know, it's not like throwaway. If it was newsprint, I'd be all over it, just going, woohoo. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of the turquoise in the white areas on here, just so I have something usable. Because I won't let this paper go to waste. And I'll go ahead and add the purple back in here. Let's sop it up. There, now that paper is still usable. And this one I don't need to dry because there's no puddles hanging out. And I keep using the same colors over and over and over again. No wonder Eileen gets sick in my butt. Alright, here's the one that we use, the Tumble Dry. And oddly enough, this is the Tumble Dry sprays. Oh, I need to clean that up. Let me use this one. Excuse me. Alright, here's the Tumble Dry paper, where we use the Tumble Dry sprays in the background, and you got that light purple. And let's see, the light blue, you can see it here and there on this. And then here's the paper we started with. They don't look all that different. The only difference is this one has all the purple in it, which I like the purple, so. But that's the original cover that I created with the splatters on it. Which,
right there. Get it dry in the sun.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. We need to order you a new one. You need to order you a new one. I've ordered Robert wallets, and he's so damn particular, I've ended up sending him back. So, yeah, he can order his own crazy wallet. And the one he uses now is like the cheapest wallet that we bought when we were in Mexico. You know, another thing, Bren, since you've been doing this, and you're enjoying it, the thing I really enjoyed doing with the Magicals was if you have any, the Tim Holtz papers, the tissue papers. Yeah, I love the Magicals on that paper. And it's not all that absorbent, but it does work out really cool. And that shimmer has spread everywhere. It's everywhere. But Matt Needham will get rid of that. Oh, these would be great for the background shot. I should do this, Kathy, because I have so much of this paper sitting around. See how it starts warping? Ooh, I don't like that. The ones on the roll. Yes, the ones on the roll. That tissue paper. The Magicals work great on that. When is the background swap? I wasn't really doing any swaps until I got back from Australia. I just didn't think I needed the pressure. Yeah, this is really getting all work. I'm going to need some heavy duty glue on this bad boy. See how warped, you guys can't see how warped it is. Let me see if I pull it out. See how warped it gets as it dries? Actually, if I affix these to the cardboard, which I think I'm going to do because I want a more substantial cover. I really do. Maybe I'll make some of the Timmy papers for the inside to make the inside pretty. Oh, you don't have any? You usually print your own on clothing pattern paper. Oh, that's a good idea. I think this bad boy's getting pretty hot. I'm starting to smell an odor, so I will let it cool for a minute. Yeah, that one last thing we did where we smacked off onto this paper. Oh my gosh, is that pretty? Now, this is just sprays only, right? Just because we can. Of course, it's so dark. I was going to say, I wonder if we added Magicals to the top of that, if we could see. We'd have to use really dark Magicals. but we've got some. Just thinking. I don't think I have any. Okay. I'm going to stream this week and throw some ideas out. I'm thinking pages won't be due for a few months to give people enough time, maybe end of June or July. Okay, Kathy, if it's that late, then I would say, yeah, I can definitely participate. But if it's between now and April, mid-April, because I'm going to have to go to Denver in that time too. So I would say I just can't join any swaps at all, as much as I'd like to. And there's the Tomoe River paper. So that's the difference. Same ink. In fact, every bit of ink off here, other than that little bit I added there at the end, was sopped up off this. Look how different they... Okay. There. There's the designs. I think. Nope. This one goes there. Never mind. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I hear you, Kathy. I don't want to stress either. Okay, bye, Ange. Have a good day. Yeah, because I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. Because I think I want to get cleaned up, and maybe me and the rat will go down and get some Mexican food. That sounds good to me. Are you starving, Robert?
No, all right.
You okay? All right. I like the light one too, CB, and I honestly think this one, as far as arting on or doing something with it, I think it's going to be much more useful than this one. Did I cut at least 6 inches? I bet that's 5.5. Ah, it's 5 3/4. I was going to say that would be a perfect background for one of Bren's challenges. But all right, since this one's dark, and I'm like CB, the dark is pretty, but it's almost like too dark, so I'm going to go ahead and put some more white splatters on it. I like the paler colors. Use it for the doodle page. It's only 5 3/4. I guess Rach isn't going to measure him, is she? See, just even a little bit of white, to me, makes it not quite so dark. Now, if I sprayed this with water, I don't know. And I don't know if the white is going to absorb, for example, the purple and stuff that it's sitting on. It would be awesome if it didn't, but I suspect it's going to because I think it did on this one. Yeah, see, the white stayed lighter, but it did absorb some of the color. It doesn't look bright, bright white like it should. But that's okay. So here's the... Put it on a 6x6 and make a border. CB, you have got to be the most brilliant person in chat right now. I swear to God. Eileen ain't got nothing on you, girl. All right, let me see if I can reach over and not have to get up. Now that is uber lazy. Now, the two, even though they don't look quite so different now, do they? I think the one has finally gone ahead and absorbed the color. So maybe that was the difference, because now they're looking very much the same. For a front and a back cover, I think they'll be awesome. I know, Janet, bow down. Oh, believe me, CB, when we're in Australia, if you have that kind of smarts going on, I will be bowing down constantly. I'm not kidding you. All right, I'm going to blow that one a little bit, or I'm going to dry it a little bit, and then, I don't know, unless you guys want something else, I might call it a day and get the rat dressed up to go to dinner. 2.50 views. Oh, Kathy, you haven't heard about Rach's Oh, what did I say? Rach's challenge is what I meant. Yeah, I was talking to Bren, thinking about Rach. The pissy pink is weird. Well, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot I can do about the pissy pink in here now, Eileen. The pissy pink is what it is. Rach, you know Rach, right, Kathy? She is hosting a challenge on Facebook. She created a Facebook page, a group, and I can't remember the name of it. It's called like Artful Journey, Artful. Here, hang on. I know it'll be. Okay, it's album art. No, that's not it. Eileen probably knows without even having to look. It's Artful something. I joined it. Artful Evidence is the name of the group that Rach is hosting. And each week on Saturday, she has been streaming a lot more. She's on break right now, is why. But each Saturday, she will give you a prompt, and you have to create a piece of art with that prompt in a 6 by 6 inch format. Any art you want to do. You can draw, you can do mixed media, you can paint, you can do anything to create that 6 by 6 piece of art that satisfies the challenge. So the first week was flowers, this week is doodles. But yeah, I could use that one for the doodles. I might use this dark one and do white on dark background, actually, and then mount it on a white piece of cardstock. And what I'm doing right now, Kathy, is making the cover for my challenge pieces. And I'm going to put them in a 6 by 6 page protector that I'm going to cut myself like this, and then I'll bind them in the covers, right? But I won't finish the binding until the challenge is over. You swear I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. Hi, Luna. Yeah, you're in the right place. So these will be my journal covers. I don't know what I'll do on top of it. I won't leave them like this. I will probably do something more to them. Maybe cut out a window and put Artful Evidence or whatever it is, you know. Challenge, whatever. Who knows? So that's what I'm going to do. And this is getting pretty dry now. But I'm going to have to iron it before I can cut it anyway, I think. And my journal cover will end up being, let's see, I measured this in the beginning, but I think I'm going to make the journal cover, whatever it is, it's going to be square. So this is measuring right now about 6.5. So I'll make it 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 because I like a square journal. So I don't have a whole lot of paper left over on this, but I probably will make ATC background or something out of them. And this is my background for the first challenge. I just haven't finished it yet. But it is pretty. I like it. Yeah, this is the book that Eileen volunteered me to make, Jeannie. It is. And to bind it, I won't finish it today. To bind it, I'm going to go ahead and cut this into a 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch square, right? I'll mount it on cardboard. I'll somehow make the inside pretty. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, whether it be Tim Holtz paper that I've dyed, whatever. And then I'll collect up all these. But I think I'm going to punch 2 holes and then use a ribbon or twine or something to tie them together, to keep them together until the whole challenge is done. And then when the whole challenge is done, I'll go ahead and do bookbinding technique. Oh, cool, Bren. That would be a great idea. Bren said she's going to try and make all 6x6 different techniques, so she not only has a book of art when she's done, but a technique book. That is a great idea. Great idea. Yeah, I can finish it on Monday. So, anyway, I've got some fun papers to play with now. Like I don't have enough. I have a mountain of these papers. But I did like the Tomoe River experiment. That was cool. So I'm going to let this sit. I mean, it is warping as I'm trying to dry it, so I'll probably put it under something heavy, or I'll have to iron it. So this is what we did today. Those two are the covers for my journal. This was the Tomoe River paper experiment. This is the Tomoe paper. This is the lightweight watercolor paper. And then this one we were just playing with the tumble dry inks, and this is still very pretty. This one actually would be great for those woven journals that I make too. Hi Galena, how's the baby? It's been a month. I was going to make a technique book, and this is a perfect time. Yay, Bren. I think that's a fabulous idea. So anyway, I'm going to stop the recording now. If you watched on YouTube, thanks so much. Come back Monday, and I will go ahead and finish it up, I think.